So guys, as you know, I've been trading for the last 4 years, and I've been through a lot of emotions, learned a lot of lessons. I've been through them days of self-doubt, frustration, happiness, the nights staring at the ceiling. I've been through quite a lot. So in this video, I want to talk about the four biggest lessons that I've learned. So starting off with number one is you can't do it all alone. Like a lot of times when people get into trading, and I've been guilty of this, like you think you can just do it all alone. It's like, almost like an ego thing. You want to just like tell everyone, yeah, I did it alone. But in reality, it's not impossible, but it's just gonna take too long. Like you can shorten your learning curve so much by literally investing like a mentor, getting into community. You're gonna shorten that learning curve because in reality, say you go through baby groups, okay, you learn the basics, but then you might go to like YouTube trying to find content, but nothing's really structured in a way it's from like start to end. It's all just a bit random, so you kind of got to filter out the BS. And even if something is structured, like ICT videos, he's got his free content out there. When you watch an ICT video, if you ever watched one, you know how hard it is to get through them videos. Like it's literally like a snooze fest, you know what I mean? So what I'd say is that you invest in like a mentor, invest in something, so you kind of show that learning curve because that's what's gonna how you excel. So now me personally now, I invested like a small community of trading or trading friends or some of the man them that trade that we all kind of bounce ideas off with because we all trade a similar system. So it's easy to bounce ideas with each other and literally that's excel my learning, you know what I mean? Rather than trying to do it all alone. I probably could have saved at least like 2 years if I just would have invested and stopped trying to do it all alone. You get me? So lesson number two, and I think it's probably the most important one, is that you need a mental edge. In my opinion, with no mental edge, you almost like you can't break past a certain barrier in trading. You know what I mean? Like you're always gonna be stuck at this stagnant position. And I think having a technical edge and a mental edge go hand in hand. So you could have a mental edge, but you're gonna see yourself get stuck at a certain point. And this is something I experienced quite a lot. Like I've always had like a technical edge, but with the since I like mental, I couldn't break past a certain point. So for example, if I was on like a loss streak or a losing streak, it kind of affect my decision making and how I approach the next trade. Like I would kind of hesitate to get in because I didn't want to lose again. Or say I'm on a loss streak, it would affect my discipline. Like I would end up taking a step that I know isn't part of my system because I'm trying to almost like make that money back that I've just lost. And that all comes down to having a mental edge. And in order to like develop that mental edge, I think you kind of gotta go through the practice. And I feel like you gotta rewire your brain, think from a different. You kind of gotta view trading like a different way, like view as a business. You know what I mean? I lost in trade is like your only business expense. And another thing that I did, I read a book called what's it called? With Winning in Mind. And I think that book kind of like how me rewire my brain because it's not really a book based on trading, but it's based on sports and performance in sports. And if you translate to trading, it literally goes hand in hand. So I think that'd be a good book for any traders out there who are struggling to read in order to rewire your brain to develop that mental edge. As lesson number three is risk management. I think risk management is probably the biggest foundation for trading success because with no risk management, you're not going to be able to prosper in trading. So when I got into trading, all of it was at the profits, the money I was going to make. I didn't look at trading in terms of like a business. I looked at it in terms of like gambling. So what I've done now, kind of rewired my brain to look at trading in terms of a business standpoint. And what I mean by that is scalability. How can I scale myself in trading? For example, if I have a 100K account and I make 3% a month, that's 3K. If I have a million account, I make 3% a month, that's 30K. You know what I mean? That's a whole 10x difference. So focus on scalability rather than trying to make like short flips or like quick flips on like a smaller account. And what I've also learned is you need to keep that risk consistent. For example, if you're risking like 1% on trade and 3% and half a percent, so it's gonna be inconsistent. You know what I mean? It's gonna show in your equity curve. Your equity curve is gonna be inconsistent. And you gotta think you're trading like fighting. If you fight with your hands down, you're gonna get lucky here and there. But out of nowhere, someone's gonna clean head kick or clean puts is gonna clean you out straight away. So make sure you have that risk management plan in place. Lesson number four, and I think it's probably the hardest pill to swallow for anyone getting into trading, and that is it's gonna take you a while. You know what I mean? Like you're up into trading, you have a think, you know what, after a couple of weeks, a couple of months, or like a year, I'm gonna believe in some lavish lifestyle. And I was guilty of this as well. This is something I was guilty of. Like when I got in there, I thought, you know what, after like a year, you know what I mean, I'm gonna be doing all this lavish life. But in reality, it's not. Training's a marathon, not a race. Like it's gonna take time. You kinda gotta pay dues to the market, go through all them slappings, for them lessons, them hours of back testing, all them hours on the charts. Like you kinda gotta go through all that to like get somewhere in trading. Like you're not just gonna hop in and just be some super successful person in trading without doing none of the work. And you kind of got to like say like a doctor, like compared to like a profession like a doctor. To be a doctor, you kind of got to go through the years of university. You got to go through all the years of practice. Like you don't just be a doctor after like 2 years. You know what I mean? You kind of got to go through a whole lot of hardship just to get there. And apply that same type of mindset to trading. You kind of got to enjoy the lesson or enjoy the journey, how it goes. You know what I mean? Stuff is gonna be like some overnight success. Enjoy it. You get me? As you know, it's a marathon, not a race. So just enjoy the lessons as it come. You know, pay due to the market. Just take your time, because I think you're gonna get there over like a couple of weeks or months. I think that's how the stat comes from. About 98% of traders fail. Like, you come in there think you're gonna be doing this quick time, and then when you don't, you kind of get this hunt and you want to quit. So just take your time and enjoy the process. So guys, if you found any lessons in this video helpful, subscribe. Because as you know, I'm documenting my trading journey to success. And also let me know down below in the comments what you want to see next. If you want to see a video like this, if you want to see a video on technical or more psychology tips, just let me know down below in the comments. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.